If you want to understand how governments respond when people resist, the film I'm about to talk about is a blueprint. It's been banned by dictatorships and studied by the Pentagon, and that alone should tell you it's worth paying attention to. This is Pop Smart, and I'm Dr. Shan, a professor who studies popular culture, politics, and power. This video is context for the Battle of Algiers, the first film in my Films for Fighting Fascism spring syllabus. And if you want to follow along, comment syllabus and I'll send you the information. Tomorrow, I'll be posting a video decoding the film itself. But before we get there, you need to know where this movie comes from, because that's part of what makes it so different and so important. The Battle of Algiers was released in 1966 and directed by Gillo Pontecorvo, who was a leading member of the anti-fascist movement in Italy during World War II. The film was co-written with Franco Solina and depicts a popular uprising of the Algerians against the French colonial government, specifically the actions of the Algerian National Liberation Front, which is also known as the FLN, between the years of 1954 and 1957. This film is a result of a collaboration between the filmmakers and the actual FLN. One of the lead actors, Sadi Yassef, who played Jafar, was an actual fighter in the Battle of Algiers. So the people who made this film, the director, one of the lead actors, other people as well, had lived experience as guerrilla fighters. By the time the film was made, Yassef had risen to a ministerial position within the Algerian government, and he was able to pull together funding both from donors and from the government itself to make this movie. And I'm telling you this because it matters that the Battle of Algiers is not an outsider's story. It's political cinema made with institutional backing by people who had survived the conflict. I also need to talk about film history and film movements for just a sec to give you really good context on this. The Battle of Algiers is a major example of Italian neo-realist cinema. During World War II, Italian movie infrastructure was bombed, and filmmakers had to adapt. And so a fiercely anti-fascist group of filmmakers who hated Mussolini and were deeply concerned with the lives of everyday people started making movies known as Italian neo-realist cinema. And so this film uses the conventions of this genre in many ways. It uses non-actors, which is a hallmark of Italian neo-realist cinema. It shoots on location in the streets using natural light. It focuses on social and political problems, especially class struggle. It uses a handheld camera to make you feel like you're inside the action. And this one especially adopts a documentary style aesthetic. This film is wild to watch because it's shot on actual news stock video, this grainy black and white. I mean, color film had existed for nearly 30 years at this point, so this was a choice. These choices are meant to collapse the distance between subject and viewer to try to foment moral engagement with what's going on in the screen. This film is also meant to be used as a tool and has been used as a tool many, many times, which I'll talk about more at length in tomorrow's video. In the meantime, without spoiling the film, let me know what you think in the comments if you're following along and you've watched the Battle of Algiers.